In Alphabiotics, we have a clear objective, and that objective is not to heal, treat, or cure disease. We don't focus on addressing symptoms or symptom relief. We're not even trying to give you a diagnosis on what may be going on. Although we have incredible empathy for whatever you may be experiencing, our objective is this. It is to interrupt that stress state, which leaves people half-brained and having energy from their brains going into their bodies in a way that doesn't keep up with life. So we want to interrupt that inappropriate stress state. And then we want to restore balance and power to the system. So we do that through our alignment process by sending a high sensory, non-threatening input to the base of the skull, which is also the locations of the two main nerve ganglions for the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system rule the limbic system, the amygdala, which is what we operate through and experience our life through when we're in fight or flight, when we're in a stress state. So we interrupt that state. Sending that signal is like rebooting your computer. And when you reboot the computer, then we would do a systems check. So the brain goes, hey, I'm going to check the body, check the field of awareness. There's no threat. Fantastic. Let's come back to balance, come back to center. And then we have metrics. So we have that clear objective, interrupt the stress state, restore balance and power. Well, how we're going to check that, our metrics, we use a system called teaching through testing. Teaching through testing is an observed practice of the body where we share with the client who's experiencing this before and after. So we are able to measure, is there a physical distortion in the anatomy due to the imbalance in the brain? Because whatever brain activity is mirrored in the body. So we'll see that distortion, like one hip high, one shoulder high. We'll also see a power differential. So when we test the power of each side of the body, most often one side has power, the power to protect. The other side is having a low voltage, low amperage, or brownout, as that side is weak. So once the alignment is offered and experienced, we see following that in just a matter of seconds that tension has dropped, weak muscles have turned back on, which brings that musculoskeletal body into balance. It's measurable. So high hip has dropped into balance, high shoulders dropped into balance, tense neck and tense back have relaxed. Now we check that power, and in doing so, we're able to see that both sides of the body have come back into expressing life through it. And that's measurable because now, without even as much effort as before, you're able to hold both legs up and resist with much more ease and equal power on both sides. Same with the arms. So if you are experiencing true Alphabiotics, you'll know because one, your practitioner will be listed on the directory of alphabiotics.org or alphabioticinfo.com. But second, you'll know that you're with someone who's doing it correctly because they are going to tell you that the objective is clear. Is to interrupt that stress state and restore the balance and power of your body. And it's not something to just trust the practitioner about. You're going to want to know that you've been tested appropriately before and after, and that you can feel the power and see and experience the balance. And that's just the beginning of the benefits of Alphabiotics, because once the brain and body are in balance, wow, who you are really starts to turn on. Your context for your life is completely transformed because a balanced context that experiences life through the prefrontal cortex and the whole brain is very different than someone who's experiencing their life through the limbic system, experiencing their perceptions through the amygdala, which sees life in sort of predator-prey games, getting away from pain and towards pleasure. As we can see in most of the world, that is how people operate. And once you're able to get balanced, you're able to see things more objectively and see all sides of all things, including each other and yourself. Excited for you to try Alphabiotics and get in balance and get your power turned back on.